तो गाइस रिवाइज कीजिए 16.8 डिग्रेडेशन बाय इम्प्रॉपर रिसोर्स यूटिलाइजेशन एंड मेंटेनेंस। चलिए द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द डैश डैश ऑफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज कैन occur not just by the action of dash dash but also by improper resource utilization practices. Next, soil erosion and desertification. The development of dash dash centuries, but it can be removed very easily due to the humans activities like our dash dash comma dash dash comma dash dash and poor irrigation practices, resulting in arid patches of lands. When a large barren patches extend and meet over time, a dash dash is created. Internationally, it has been recognized that dash dash is a major problem nowadays, particularly due to increased urbanization. Waterlogging and soil salinity. Dash dash without proper drainage of water leads to dash dash in the soil. Besides affecting the dash dash, waterlogging draws salt to the surface of the soil. The dash dash then is deposited as a thin crust on the land surface or starts collecting at the dash dash of the plants. This increased dash content in this increased salt content in dash dash to the growth of crops and is extremely damaging to agriculture. Dash dash and dash dash are some of the problems that have come in the wake of the Green Revolution. तो गाइस रिवाइज कीजिए 16.9 डिफोरेस्टेशन को dash dash is the conversion of forested areas to non-forested ones. According to an estimate, almost percent forest have been lost in the tropics compared to only percent in the temperate region. The present scenario of dash dash is particularly grim in India. At the beginning of dash dash century, forests covered about percent of the land of India. By the end of dash dash, it dash dash to percent, whereas the National Forest Policy 1988 of India has recommended forest cover for the plains and percent for the hills. How does deforestation occur? A number of activities contribute to it. One of the major is the conversion of forest to agricultural land so as to feed the growing human population. Are axed for timber, firewood, cattle reaching, and for several other purposes. dash dash commonly called as dash dash in the northeastern state of India has also contributed to deforestation. जी हाँ, deforestation in slash burn agriculture. The farmers cut down the trees of the forest and burn the plant remains. The dash dash is used as a fertilizers and the land is then used for farming or cattle grazing. After dash dash, the area is left for several years so as to allow its dash dash. The farmers then move on to other areas and repeat this process. In earlier days, when jhum cultivation was in dash dash, enough time gap was given so that the land recovered from the effect of dash dash. With increasing dash dash and repeated cultivation, this recovery phase is done away with, resulting in dash dash. What are the consequences of dash dash? What are the consequences of deforestation? One of the major effects is enhanced dash dash concentration in the atmosphere because trees that could hold a lot of dash dash in their biomass are lost with deforestation. Dash dash also causes loss of biodiversity due to habitat destruction, disturbs dash dash, causes soil erosion, and may lead to dash dash in extreme cases. Dash dash is the process of restoring a forest that once existed but was removed at some point of time in the past. Dash dash may occur naturally in a dash dash area. However, can speed it up by planting trees with due consideration to biodiversity that earlier existed in that area. 16.9.1 Case study of people's participation in conservation of forests.
रिवाइज कीजिए 16.9.1 केस स्टडी ऑफ पीपल्स पार्टिसिपेशन इन कंजर्वेशन ऑफ फॉरेस्ट्स People's participation has a long history in India. In dash dash, the king of Jodhpur in Rajasthan asked one of his ministers to arrange wood for constructing a new palace. The minister and workers went to a forest near a village inhabited by Vishnuyas to cut down trees. The dash dash community is known for its peaceful coexistence with nature. The effort to cut down dash dash by the kings was dash dash by the Bishnois. A Bishnoi woman dash dash showed exemplary courage by hanging a tree and daring kingsmen to cut her first before cutting the tree. The tree mattered much more to her than her own life. Sadly, the king's man did not heed to her pleas and cut down the dash dash along with Amrita Devi. Her three daughters and hundreds of other Vishnois followed her and thus lost their lives saving trees. Now, nowhere in history do we find a commitment of this magnitude when human beings sacrificed their lives for the cause of the environment. The government of India has recently instituted the dash dash for individuals or communities from rural areas that have shown extraordinary courage and dedication in protecting wildlife. You may have heard of the dash dash of Garhwal Himalayas. In dash dash, local women showed enormous bravery in protecting trees from the axe of contractors by hanging them. People all over the world have acclaimed the dash dash movement. Realizing the significance of participation by local communities, the government of India in dash dash has introduced the concept of joint forest management, that is JFM, so as to work closely with the local communities for protecting and managing dash dash. In return for their services to the forest, the communities get benefit of various forest products, example fruits, gum, rubber, medicine, etc., and thus the forest can be conserved in a sustainable manner. रिवाइज कीजिए चैप्टर के समरी को। चलिए फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, मेजर इश्यूज रिलेटिंग टू डैश डैश and depletion of valuable natural resources vary in dimensions from local, regional to global levels. Dash dash pollution primarily results from burning of fossil fuel, example dash dash and dash dash, in industries and in automobiles. They are harmful to humans, animals, and plants, and therefore must be removed to keep our dash dash. Dash dash, the most common source of pollution of water bodies, reduces dissolved oxygen but increases dash dash demand of receiving water. Dash dash is rich in nutrients, especially dash dash and dash dash, which cause dash dash and nuisance, creating algal blooms. जी हाँ, algal blooms. Industries or industrial waste waters are often rich in dash dash, especially heavy metals and dash dash. Industrial waste waters harm living organisms. Municipal solid wastes also create problems and must be disposed of in landfills. Dash dash wastes like defunct ships, radioactive wastes, जी हाँ wastes, and dash dash requires additional efforts. Soil pollution primarily results from agricultural chemicals, example pesticides, and dash dash from solid wastes deposited over it. To measure environmental issue of global nature are increasing dash dash, which is warming earth, and depletion of dash dash in the dash dash. Enhanced dash dash is mainly due to increased emission of carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and dash dash, and also due to deforestation. It may drastically change dash dash, dash dash, dash dash living organisms. Ozone in a stratosphere, which dash dash us from harmful effects of dash dash, is depleting fast due to emission of dash dash, thus increasing the risks of dash dash, and other disorders.